Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I'd like to start out this video by asking you, what do you think is the most high pressure job in the world? You're probably thinking a brain or a heart surgeon, or an astronaut who works in NASA, or even the president of a country. Well, what if I were to tell you that all those jobs pale in comparison to what is actually the most hardest job in the world? And that is the cricket coach of the Indian men's national team. Why do I think it's the hardest? Well, because you have to answer to the world's most powerful governing body of cricket, as well as keep 1.5 billion fans happy all the time. You'd think that the BCCI would be careful when they invite applicants for what is arguably one of the most toughest jobs in the sporting world. But they did exactly the opposite. On May the 13th, they released a notice on their website where basically anybody could apply for the post of the head coach of the Indian cricket team. And apply they did. They got applications from MS Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar, and also the Prime Minister of the country. But before you ask, I too tried filling in that Google sheet. But before I could do so, the BCCI found out just what they'd done and they stopped accepting further applications, dashing my dreams of coaching the Indian men's cricket team forever. But why are the BCCI opening applications for the post of the head coach? Well, it's because Rahul Dravid has declined to renew his contract and continue as the head coach for the Indian men's cricket team. Before we discuss the prospects of the candidates in line for that head coach role, let's take a look at what their predecessors did and what should be the goals for our upcoming coach. Duncan Fletcher as head coach and Ravi Shastri as team director took that Indian side on a great run in the 2015 World Cup. They made it all the way to the semi-finals where they ended up losing against eventual winners Australia. This was a team low on morale, but Duncan Fletcher and Ravi Shastri did the impossible and took the Indians all the way to the semi-finals. They were also in charge of an Indian team that was able to whitewash the Australians in their own backyard, and this was the first team to do so against the Australians in a bilateral series in any format. Shastri took over from Duncan Fletcher and was the coach of the Indian side for the T20 World Cup in 2016. Even there, they went on a crazy run and got revenge against the Australians. But they would go on to lose to the eventual champions, the West Indies, in the semi-finals. Now, Anil Kumble's tenure in the Indian side was always on shaky ground. But nevertheless, he took this Indian team to an incredible run in the 2017 Champions Trophy, where they ended up finishing second again, losing to Pakistan in the finals. After being overlooked for Anil Kumble in 2016, Ravi Shastri got his chance again and became the coach of the Indian setup in 2017. And in his 4-year tenure, he achieved a hell of a lot. With this side, he was able to reach the 2019 50-over World Cup semi-finals, as well as make it all the way to the finals of the World Test Championship in the 2019 to 2021 cycle. India under Ravi Shastri was also able to beat the mighty Aussies in series down under, not once, but twice during his tenure. To give you context, no team except India has done that since 2008. And he was also part of a lot of famous overseas victories, and also that huge 2-2 draw in England in 2021, a series that we missed out on winning by just that much. Post the Ravi Shastri era, the BCCI turned their heads towards Rahul Dravid, who at the time was the coach of the Indian under-19 setup. Under Rahul Dravid, the national side went from strength to strength in the longer formats, and this all culminated in a second-place finish in the 2023 ODI World Cup. Rahul Dravid took this Indian side to a semi-final finish in the 2022 edition of the T20 World Cup, a far cry better than their previous year in the World Cup, where they were eliminated in the Super 10 stage. Dravid also took this Indian side to a runner-up finish in the World Test Championship in the 2021 to 2023 cycle. Despite this team's countless bilateral successes as well as multiple really good finishes in the Asia Cup, one thing that has eluded the Indian national side amidst all these changes of coaches is the fact that they have not won an ICC tournament since 2013. So the main agenda is to find someone who can prepare the Indian national team to get their hands on that elusive piece of silverware. And one of the favorites for the job is Gautam Gambhir. Gautam Gambhir is a very straightforward person. He will go to any extremes, within his limits of course, to win you tournaments as well as matches. As a player, he was a part of the team that won the inaugural edition of the T20 World Cup in 2007 and was also a key figure in the Indian side that took home the ODI World Cup in 2011. Post-retiring from his playing career, he took up a leadership role as a mentor for the Lucknow Super Giants from 2022 to 2023, where he guided the team to 2 consecutive playoff finishes. But His moment of glory came when he returned back to his old franchise, the Kolkata Knight Riders, where he guided them from a 7th place finish in 2023 all the way to the championship in 2024. It's safe to say that Gautam Gambhir has a solid track record when it comes to his mentorship roles in the IPL. But is he truly the right man for this job? Let's not forget that India's last 2 ICC triumphs were under the guidance of foreign coaches. So what do you think? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe and keep coming back for more.